Hi, my name is Jonathan Colvin. I'm the Federal Programs and Instructional Supervisor for Jackson County Schools. Today, what I'm going to be talking to you about is a little bit of a shift in the way that we're approaching reporting student learning, specifically in grades 4 through 8 for this year. But this is something that's going to happen really across the board in our system, and something we've been working toward for a while. So it'll, over the course of the next 2 years, it will really kind of encompass everything we do in K through 12 in Jackson County schools. So the first thing that we're going to do, or that we've been working on doing, is implementing something called proficiency scales in our classrooms. Basically, these proficiency scales are going to be in our core subjects. Once they get into kindergarten through 3rd grade, that'll be English and math. Will be where the focus is. For grades 4 through 12, that'll be English, math, science, and social studies. And in these, we will have roughly 8 to 13 scales per class, with the goal being to really outline and provide a roadmap for what students are supposed to learn, when they're supposed to learn it, and what it looks like to have learned it well. Grades will be based off of that. They're going to be based off of students' knowledge of content. In the past, sometimes our grades have been based on other things like participation, or maybe not learning as much in-depth knowledge on certain subjects. So that part will change a little bit. The other thing that's going to change is, in the past, grading has always kind of been averaging things. So we would average a first 9 weeks grade and a second 9 weeks grade to get our overall average. That will change as we implement proficiency scales in Jackson County schools. So basically, the concept is going to be a lot like leveling up in a video game, where once I've passed level 1, then I'm working on level 2. Or if I'm taking a karate class and I begin as a white belt, then I graduate to a yellow belt, and then I will graduate to an orange belt. Or if I'm in the military and I advance rank in the military, or anything else, the goal is to just build all year long, or if, in the case of high schools, all semester long, to ultimately be the best we can be. So what will probably happen, and we'll talk more about this as we get closer to progress report time, but what's probably going to happen is the first progress report will look like you've got some lower grades on it. But really, we're showing what they know so far on a standard that's potentially designed to go the entire year. So just because someone's at 70% of mastery on a standard the first 9 weeks, by the second 9 weeks, they may be at 90% mastery, which would be like a 3.0 on these scales. So that grade would change from 70 to 90. There's going to be opportunities to pull any of these up all year long, and the roadmap's going to be there for that, for you to use. Students will have copies of these scales. Parents, you're going to have access to copies of these scales. We know that this is a little bit different. We know you're going to have questions. So we're going to try to work on putting some stuff out so that you are able to understand exactly what the reports are saying. If you've got questions about the reports, please let us know. Let your child's teacher know, or let your child's principal know, or let me know. You can call me at the central office at 256-259-9500, and I'm more than happy to sit here and talk to you about this and try to, if you've got questions. We know that there are going to be some questions throughout this process because it's different. But we believe wholeheartedly that this is going to allow us to make sure that your child gets what your child needs, and help us focus on your child's needs individually much better than we've been able to in the past. While also providing you and your child a roadmap for what that should look like and what their learning should look like in our classrooms. We're excited about this new school year, and we're really looking forward to great things in Jackson County schools. I will talk to you again soon when it becomes closer to progress report time, and we can really look in depth at what those progress reports will look like then. In the meantime, again, if you've got questions, feel free to call me at 256-259-9500, or you can email me at colvinj, COLVINJ, at jacksonk12.org if you have any questions. Thank you, and